I'm being forcibly removed from the building again of a public lobby, so.
So if you want to take out that gun and badge, I'm happy to scrap with you one day. You want to do it, let's do it. Let me know, buddy.
That is not a crime, and you're telling me to get out of my vehicle.
Do you know where Lieutenant Mingus is right now? So, no, he's not in the building?
I don't know. I'm not.
What do you know? I'm not telling you nothing else until I find out who's driving that vehicle. You're not a supervisor, bro. I need somebody higher than you right now.
I didn't break the law. I'm not going to be found guilty of anything. This is a waste of time. If you guys want to know who I am, I'll tell you who I am. Okay. You want to know what I'm doing here? I'll tell you what I'm doing here.
If you didn't know, I went to the police academy and they kicked me out.
That's my purse! I don't know you!
Spit me on my face right now! She spit in my face!
Today's video takes us to Star City, West Virginia, where we find the Long Island Frauditor creeping out a clerk who calls the police and wants to know why he's walking around with a potato camera. Well, Sean takes exception to this, and he's going to find out the names, salaries, and positions of everybody with his little FOIA request. No doubt about it. Sit back, watch, and enjoy!
Today, we're at the City Hall here in Star City, West Virginia. We are here today to peacefully exercise our First Amendment right to film in public and publicly accessible areas, to promote transparency and accountability within our government, and to ensure that our public servants respect our rights and treat us with respect.
A few minutes later.
Alright, so we're just taking a look around the parking lot here in the City Hall. Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
No, I don't need any help, thank you.
Oh, okay. Are you filming a documentary or something?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
We just asked that you not film inside, that you kind of creeped out our workers. So if you have something specific that you're recording for, that's fine. But inside the premise, if you don't have a purpose for recording them working,
yeah,
they're not comfortable with it.
No one was recording anybody working. It was just recording in general in the City Hall. That's all.
Okay. Is there a specific purpose that you're recording?
Yeah. Can I just get your name and badge number first?
I'm Chief Colbank.
Chief Colbank, and
Officer Layton.
Officer Layton?
Yeah.
Thanks, Officer Layton.
Do you have an ID on you, sir? Since you asked us for ours.
No.
For yours?
Yeah, no.
No?
I'm not going to provide any identifying information.
Okay.
I do apologize, officer, but you must realize that Sean is a member of the press, and he does not have to provide ID. His only identification is that he's a free American. Can do what he wants. Yes, he can.
Why did you need mine?
Because you came up to me, and you're a law enforcement officer. That's why.
But I'm asking you in return.
Yeah, well, my first name's Sean, and I'm an
Sean.
independent journalist, and I'm working on a story here for Star City.
That's all I'm asking.
Yeah, that's it.
You didn't provide any of that information whenever I first asked you.
What do you mean? You just asked me for my name.
Right.
Yeah, and I just told you my name's Sean. I'm an independent journalist.
Did you tell the front desk that?
They didn't ask me, no.
Okay.
No, they didn't ask me.
They just called because you creeped her out, apparently.
Well.
So if you just came up and said, "Hey, I'm an independent
journalist," she came up, just like you, Chief. She came up to me and she said, "Hi, can I help you with anything?" And I said, "No, I'm okay, ma'am."
Okay.
Just like I told you guys, no, I'm okay. And that's creeping her out. That seems,
just because you're recording her.
That seems a little weird. But she came up to me. She came up to me. That's like if you said you're recording me. You came up to me, correct?
You were inside our building recording.
Yeah, that's the people's building.
Tell us something, Sean. Do your tax dollars pay for that building, considering you don't live in Star City, West Virginia? You live in Long Island, New York. How do your tax dollars pay for that building, Sean? Why don't you tell us? We need to know these things, Sean. Inquiring minds want to know.
Right.
That's not your building.
Where she's actively working.
Yeah, that's not her building, and it's not your building.
Working.
Okay.
So I'm just making sure.
And I'm telling you that it's not your building, and it's not her building, and if it disrupts their work, that's their problem, not mine. I've been nothing but cordial with you. I've been nothing but cordial with her. So there's nothing to worry about. I'm not breaking any laws. I'm not doing anything.
I'm just conversing with you to make sure everything's okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we've had weird people in here before that have caused problems later on. So I'm just talking to you as a person to make sure everything's cool.
Oh, okay, cool. All right. Thanks, Chief. Thanks, Chief.
Have a good day.
5 minutes later.
Alright everybody, so I know we were in here before, but we forgot to do our open records request. I didn't think that I would creep that woman out. Don't think that's a big deal. I don't know, I was very nice to her.
Well now, Sean, you have to admit you do look a bit creepy. And then add to that you're recording everybody you come in contact with, and I think you can understand that woman's concern. Or possibly not. I don't know.
Don't really get it. Hi, ma'am. How are you? Yeah, there is something you can help me out with.
Okay.
I need to do an open records request for the city.
I'm gonna print out a form for you.
Sure, thank you. Appreciate it.
A few moments later.
You'll just need to fill this out, and then we have 5 business days to respond. It is the weekend, so, you know, today
Understood.
and then
Understood.
4 days.
Understood. I would just say that, you know, I don't appreciate, you know, getting law enforcement involved. I don't want any issues. You know, if...
I mean, they're my officers. I can get them involved whenever I want.
You own them?
They're my officers with the town of Star City.
Yeah,
Yes.
well, I mean, you said, hi, can I help you? And I said, no, ma'am, I'm okay.
Yeah.
You know, you could have... I'm not talking to you, Chief. Chief, I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to you, please. I'm trying to fix... I never said that.
I've noticed over the past several months that Sean has become quite a smartass, and he has a cocky attitude, much more than he did in the beginning when I first began to cover him. Yeah, a year ago he wasn't like this. Of course, he did persist in saying, yes, I have a right to be here, but now he's on the cocky side, and it's only a matter of time until we see him in some silver, shiny bracelets, or maybe get clocked. Ooh, that would be lovely.
That's why you shouldn't get involved in other people's conversations. I said
Well,
it wasn't
I'm asking her to get involved
I said,
at this point.
oh, you did?
Yes.
So I'm just saying that it wasn't necessary for you
It
to
was for
involve
me.
law enforcement. You
It
could
was
have
for me.
You could have politely asked me what I was doing and, you know, my name, and I would have asked you your name. Can I get your name, ma'am?
My name is Mariah.
Mariah, and what's your position here with
I'm the utility clerk.
utility clerk? So the utility clerk, you know, you're above the police department. They work for you?
They work with me, yes. They
Oh,
are
they
my
work.
coworkers.
Oh, I thought you said they worked for you. Okay. Well, it wasn't necessary. You could have just been polite. You know, I will be emailing the mayor because there was no because there's no reason for you to call law enforcement. I wasn't breaking the law. They're law enforcement for a reason.
I did not say you were breaking the law.
Yeah, you said I was creeping you out. That was your words,
and
correct?
I am absolutely able to call them and
That I
ask
was
them to help
creeping you out. How was I creeping you out? By you coming in front of my camera?
Sir, I don't have to answer anything.
I'm
Do you
just
wanna
politely
fill out this
asking you if
form?
that's if you coming in front of my camera is
You can fill
creeping
out
you
this
out.
form.
I will.
And return it, and we will respond to you within 5 days.
Now, it would seem it's all over, wouldn't it? But certainly not, because Sean has to gather more material so he can upload his video for clicks and views. And anybody who tells you anything different is a liar. It's the only reason these guys do what they do. They don't care about the First Amendment. They don't care about freedom. They found a loophole where they can make money on YouTube. And I'm telling you, it's damn good money.
Okay, you're not shedding a good light for your city here, Mariah. Just so you know. All right, so let's fill out the Freedom of Information request here.
Are you finished?
Yes, I'm finished.
I'll give it to the necessary person, and they'll reach out.
All right, thank you.
Absolutely.
Completely unnecessary. Was I creeped out by their camera that they have hanging right here as soon as I walk in the door? Don't come up to the camera if you're going to be, you know, real sensitive about it. That would be my 2 cents, I guess. But, and then if you want to figure out what somebody's doing, a lawful, you know, citizen is doing, that's not breaking any laws, you can just ask him instead of calling law enforcement. It's kind of crazy to me. Alright guys, so we're just getting out of the city hall here in Star City, West Virginia. I mean, it started off well. The clerk, Mariah, I believe that's her name, she had treated me with respect. She asked me what I needed help with. I told her nothing, ma'am, thank you, I appreciate that. And I thought everything was okay. until, you know, I'm walking around the parking lot here, and the chief and one of her officers comes out and is like, you can't film inside the city hall, you know, you're creeping her out. That's why I felt the need to go back inside to prove the point that we do have the right to film in City Hall. It is not their building. Too many times they think that it's their building. It is not. It is our building. It is the people's building.
Well, there you have it, folks. We're going to leave it there because the moron stands there for about another 4 or 5 minutes and complains and whines and cries about how it's the people's building. Yeah, you don't live in Star City, West Virginia. Just remember that, Sean. But at any rate, if you enjoy watching idiots, imbeciles, and morons on my channel, please subscribe. As always, thanks so much for stopping by. Cheers to that.